Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's first video. We're doing the weekend forecast as always on a Saturday for today's first video. So we're going to have a look at the charts for the coming week. Hybrids going to stay in control really through the coming week, but it is going to be put more under pressure by the Atlantic, which is trying ever so slowly to rev up a little bit, get itself going after being in a slumber for quite some time. Going to try and get going. Going to put high pressure under a little bit of pressure through the course of this week, but still generally a lot of dry weather coming up, and again sort of chasing cloud around through much of the time. Later on today, I'll be doing my CFS 6 months look at it. In fact, I've already done it because it's my birthday today, so I'm going to take the night off if I can. I'm going to have a few hours of downtime this evening. But I've recorded CFS 6 months look at it. We had to put it on the homepage later on this afternoon, probably around 5 or 6 o'clock. So come back for that this evening. If you like cold weather, though, get behind the Sage Long. I'll warn you now, it's not great for cold weather. CFS has been in a really bad mood with us over the past few months. If you want cold weather, and it's still in that sort of mood for this update, so I'll warn you now, it's not great if you want cold and snow. I'll just say thanks very much to everybody who's wished me happy birthday on the website and on Twitter and elsewhere. It really is very, very kind of you to do that. So I'll get on with weekend forecast in a moment, but before I get on with that, just say about the ads at GazWebInfo. There's links to articles on all the pages at GazWebInfo, so have a browse through the widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. I haven't been drinking, I promise. There's also video ads on most of the pages. They open out within the content when you watch them. They'll close back up again, so thanks very much for getting involved, and thanks for doing that. I did live broadcast with Quantum last night. That went superbly well. I was very pleased with it. Feedback I've had has been great, so I think most people did enjoy it. We discussed the shorter range, and we also discussed the longer range, looking a little bit at the winter, a couple of winter seasonal models for winter, and also an El Nino. So that's still on the homepage for the time being, and it's also been put onto the live weather broadcast page, where you can listen not only to that one, but all the other discussions myself and Quantum has done over the past year. This is the fourth one. So you can find the link to that via the buttons here on the homepage at GazWebInfo. It's also on my YouTube channel as well. So have a listen to that if you haven't done so yet. We're definitely going to do at least one more before the end of the year. Probably going to time it leading up to Christmas, so that could be a lot of fun if we can get it together. Right, the website's using, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in all of the other announcements I've done, but websites we're using for the weekend forecast go to westcheck.de and weatheroutlook.com. If I link to both websites on the links page. And we're starting with the radar picture from the Weather Outlook very quickly. Not a great deal going on. Hasn't seen much action at all this October yet, but we have got these showers just coming into the east and southeastern coast. But high pressure still in control today. It's sitting up to the north and northeast, so it's still bringing in these easterly winds, and they're bringing in all of the cloud and risk of showers to the east. So I think we'll have a few showers in the southeast, and generally quite a lot of cloud for England and Wales, although a few chinks of brighter sunny spells will come through. Best of the sunny spells, though, again, will be across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures somewhere between around, say, 9 and 14. It's going to be feeling pretty cool again down in the south and east with those easterly winds. We move through tonight, and we're going to have risk of patchy frost and fog for the north and west, but a lot of cloud across central, southern and eastern parts of the country will keep the temperatures up there at around 10 Celsius. But it could go low enough for the frost towards freezing across rural parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, perhaps. And as I said, we're at risk of some patchy fog as well. High pressure is very much dominating as we go through into sunny. It's starting to slip down across the country as well. So I think we could well find the brighter skies from Scotland and Northern Ireland beginning to penetrate a bit further south, but generally still quite a lot of cloud really across England and Wales, and still maybe a risk of a shower around those southeastern coasts. Temperatures on sunny maybe a little bit higher. As we start to cut off that easterly flow, we could lift up to around, say, 10 to 15 Celsius. Still enough to write home about, but perhaps feeling a little bit less cold, especially in the southeast, as that easterly wind begins to die away. Now, to get through into Monday, you'll notice high pressure is starting to centre out to the west of the country, so the flow is actually turning more to the west. That should mean some brighter skies coming through to the east, where it has been a very cloudy few days. So I think we'll start off with a lot of cloud across many parts of the country again on Monday. A band of very light showers could move south and east through the day, and then brighter skies following to the north and west, although there could be some quite heavy showers actually coming to the north and west of Scotland by the end of Monday afternoon. May could merge longer spells of rain actually across Scotland on Monday night. Temperatures a little bit higher again, so maybe looking around 11 to 16 Celsius. 16 Celsius is at 61 Fahrenheit, one that you can turn around. We move into Tuesday, and high pressure is still in control, but again it's centred out to west. Keep an eye on this low pressure around Iceland. That could bring us our first band of significant rain across the country on Tuesday night. Tuesday itself will probably start off again with a fair amount of cloud, but there'll be bright and sunny spells coming through, and I think the east has a better chance of seeing some of those bright or sunny spells developing during the course of the day. Later on, wet and windy weather could begin to threaten the Outer Hebrides and the Northern Isles, just signs of a change for Tuesday night. Temperatures maybe at 17 Celsius in the southwest, 63 Fahrenheit. So we have got a warming trend through the first part of this week. As we get through into Tuesday and on into Wednesday, low pressure is sending a weather system southeast across the country. So I think we'll have our first proper band of rain for a very long time coming through the country on Tuesday night into Wednesday. Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England could be quite wet and fairly windy as well on Tuesday night. Further south, it's likely to stay mostly dry with risk of patchy fog. As we get through to Wednesday, that band of cloud and rain is likely to spread further south into England and Wales, but I think it will be a rapidly weakening feature. So I would expect by the time it arrives in the far south and southeast, it'll only be giving very light and patchy rain, with brighter skies and showers then following up to the north. Probably very few showers actually, because pressure is building behind that weather system. Temperatures could be fairly mild, between around 12 and 17 Celsius, so not feeling too bad at all, really, for the 21st of October. Another weather system coming into the north and west as we get through into Thursday. That's probably bringing a cold front down across the country. I think that will be very weak, but it could bring a band of cloud and showers again to the north and west particularly. And once more, much of England and Wales will stay dry with a fair amount of cloud, but a few bright or sunny spells coming through. Behind that cold front, it'll turn colder for Scotland and Northern Ireland. You notice quite tightly packed ice bars, so fairly windy up there as well on Thursday afternoon. Temperatures there probably just 11 or 12 degrees. Further south, we could again be up to around 15 or 16 Celsius if we're lucky. And then we go through into Friday. We end the week with high pressure still very close to the south, but low pressure is again, notice it's there around Iceland. It's again trying to bring more weather systems into the north. So we are definitely seeing the Atlantic attacking. It's an attack of the Atlantic through the course of this week. Not an attack of the clouds, but an attack of the Atlantic through the course of this week that the high pressure is fighting on, it's clinging on. So for England and Wales, again, it's likely to be very dry on Friday with plenty of fine weather. Probably a lot of cloud, but some sunny spells. Further north, again, expect some showery bursts of rain. Fairly strong winds as well through Scotland and Northern Ireland. And as we go into next weekend, a lot of uncertainty. So this is what the GFS is doing, for example, on Saturday. Still keeping that ridge close to the south. Still trying to bring these weather systems into the north. We can go through into Sunday and everything starts to shift around to the south. But still a lot of high pressure influences for much of the south and the east as well. But the ECMWF wants to turn things much more unsettled next weekend. So this weather system comes in from the northwest, probably bringing a band of rain across the whole country. And by the time you go through into Sunday and the start of the following week, this is Monday the 26th, low pressure is well and truly in control, bringing cloud and rain. So a lot of uncertainty there for next weekend and on into the final days of October. But I think the progression is probably actually to turn a bit more unsettled. Finally, have a look at the charts from the weather out, just so you can see weather in your area this week. And going to zip through these very quickly again. So a lot of dry but fairly cloudy weather for today. Same sort of thing for tomorrow, though. That's great chance of a little bit of sunshine coming through. Monday, mostly dry again, as is Tuesday. Wednesday, that's the one that could bring a band of cloud and rain across the country, but I think it will be a rapidly weakening feature by the time it gets into the south-southeast, and it's back to mostly dry conditions through Thursday and Friday. Those temperatures do lift up a bit through the course of this week, so it'll turn a bit milder, and we'll lose that very chilly easterly wind that we've had plaguing the east for the last few days. So, in summary, it's going to be a mostly dry week again. High pressure is just about holding on. The Atlantic is revving up. It's attacking the high pressure, but the high pressure just about clings on for the coming week. So, quite a lot of dry weather. Temperatures becoming milder. There will be a band of rain, probably coming across the whole country, but light in the south, Tuesday into Wednesday. Otherwise, fairly dry, although some showery rain at times in the north. That's the weekend forecast. Then come back later on around 5-6 o'clock this evening for the CFS 6 months look ahead. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.